Ever wonder why some people seem to bounce back from setbacks while others struggle? It all comes down to motivation. Motivation is that invisible force that propels us forward, that inner spark that ignites our actions. It's the reason we roll out of bed each morning, the fuel that drives us to persist and persevere in the face of challenges. It's the undercurrent of every decision we make, every goal we set, and every dream we chase. But what exactly is motivation? In the realm of psychology, motivation is defined as the process that initiates, guides, and sustains goal-oriented behaviors. It's what causes us to take action. And it's not just about achieving grand goals or tackling colossal tasks. It's also about the small tasks, the everyday actions, the minute decisions that shape our lives. Now, you might be wondering, what influences our motivation? Well, it's a complex interplay of factors. On one hand, we have intrinsic motivation, doing something because it's personally rewarding. This could be pursuing a hobby, learning a new skill, or simply reading a book for enjoyment. On the other hand, we have extrinsic motivation, doing something to earn a reward or avoid punishment. This could be studying to get good grades, working hard to earn a promotion, or hitting the gym to maintain health. But it doesn't stop there. Our motivation is also shaped by our beliefs, values, and attitudes. It's influenced by how we perceive our abilities, how we view success and failure, and our overall mindset. It can be swayed by external factors like our environment and social interactions, and it can be bolstered or hindered by our physical and mental health. So, motivation is a complex, yet integral part of our lives, driving us to achieve our goals. It's not a fixed trait, but a dynamic process, continuously evolving and adapting. Understanding its nature and the factors that fuel it is the first step towards harnessing its power, enabling us to thrive in the face of adversity and reach our full potential. Now let's delve into the fascinating science behind motivation. Motivation is more than just a desire to do something. It's a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and social factors. At the heart of this interplay is our brain, a remarkable organ that responds in unique ways to challenges, setbacks, and rewards. Researchers have found that our motivation is greatly influenced by a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Often referred to as the feel-good hormone, dopamine is released when we experience something pleasurable or rewarding. This release creates a sense of enjoyment and satisfaction, which encourages us to repeat the behavior. Now, let's consider a situation where you're working towards a goal, say completing a marathon. Each time you hit a milestone in your training, your brain releases dopamine, which makes you feel good and motivates you to keep going. But what about setbacks? How does our brain respond to them? Research suggests that our brains are wired to learn from mistakes. When we face a setback, it triggers a response in our prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for problem solving and decision making. This response prompts us to evaluate what went wrong and figure out how to avoid the same mistake in the future. Interestingly, our brains also respond to the anticipation of a reward. This is why setting smaller, achievable goals can be more motivating than aiming for a large, distant one. The prospect of achieving these smaller goals and experiencing the dopamine hit keeps us motivated and focused. However, it's important to note that motivation isn't just about seeking rewards and avoiding setbacks, it's also about finding intrinsic value in what we do. Studies show that when we enjoy the process and find it meaningful, we're more likely to stay motivated, even in the face of challenges. As we see, the brain plays a significant role in how we maintain our drive during challenging times. The interplay of dopamine, our problem-solving abilities, and the intrinsic value we find in tasks all contribute to our ability to stay motivated. Understanding this science can help us harness our brain's power to remain driven, even in the toughest of times. Life is full of obstacles that can derail our motivation, but how do we overcome them? Let's dive into 3 common obstacles: procrastination, self-doubt, and burnout, and explore strategies to conquer them. Firstly, procrastination. It's the invisible wall that stops us from starting or finishing tasks. It can be a symptom of fear, perfectionism, or simply a lack of energy. To overcome procrastination, we need to understand that progress is more important than perfection. By breaking tasks down into manageable parts and celebrating small victories, we can build momentum and keep procrastination at bay. Next, self-doubt. This is the nagging voice in our heads that questions our abilities and undermines our self-confidence. It's a natural human reaction, but if left unchecked, it can paralyze our motivation. Overcoming self-doubt involves shifting our mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as threats, we should view them as opportunities for growth. It's also helpful to surround ourselves with positive influences who inspire and motivate us. Lastly, burnout. It's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress. It can drain our motivation and make it difficult to maintain focus and productivity. To combat burnout, we need to prioritize self-care. This means setting boundaries, taking regular breaks, and ensuring we have time for relaxation and rejuvenation. It's not selfish to look after our well-being. In fact, it's essential for maintaining motivation in the long run. To sum up, overcoming obstacles to motivation involves acknowledging and addressing these barriers. We must learn to manage procrastination by making progress in small steps, conquer self-doubt by adopting a growth mindset, and prevent burnout by prioritizing self-care. Remember, obstacles are not roadblocks. They're merely detours on the path to success. And with the right strategies, we can navigate these detours and keep our motivation levels high. So let's embrace these challenges, knowing they're opportunities for growth and learning. After all, it's not the challenges we face that define us, but how we respond to them. By understanding and addressing these obstacles, we can keep our motivation levels high. Resilience, the secret ingredient to thriving in tough times. It's the ability to bounce back from adversity, to dust ourselves off after a fall, and to keep going, no matter the odds. But resilience is more than just enduring. It's about using the experience to grow, to become stronger, and to become better equipped for future challenges. So why is resilience so important? Life, as we know it, is unpredictable. It's filled with ups and downs, triumphs and failures. But it's not these events themselves that define us. Rather, it's how we respond to them. That's where resilience comes in. It's the armor that shields us from the blows of life, the lifeboat that keeps us afloat during a storm. But how do we build this resilience? Is it something we're born with, or can it be cultivated? The good news is, resilience is not a fixed trait. It's a muscle that can be strengthened with practice. Firstly, maintaining a positive but realistic outlook is crucial. This doesn't mean ignoring the negative. Instead, it involves acknowledging the situation, accepting it, and then focusing on what can be changed or improved. Secondly, cultivating strong relationships and connections can bolster our resilience. Having a support network to lean on during tough times can make a world of difference. Thirdly, taking care of our physical health can also enhance our resilience. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can equip our bodies and minds to better handle stress and adversity. Lastly, engaging in self-reflection can help us learn from our experiences, fostering growth and resilience. By reflecting on our setbacks, we can identify patterns, learn lessons, and make changes to better handle similar situations in the future. Remember, resilience isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. It's about taking life's challenges head-on and transforming them into opportunities for growth. With resilience, we not only bounce back from adversity but also grow stronger. Finally, let's dive into some practical tips and techniques to supercharge your motivation. Building on the foundation of understanding motivation and the resilience-building strategies we've discussed, these are actionable steps you can take to give your motivation a significant boost. First off, goal setting is a powerful technique. When you have clear, well-defined objectives, your motivation to achieve them naturally increases. So, set SMART goals. Those that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This gives you a clear path forward and a tangible way to gauge your progress. Next, harness the power of visualization. Visualize not just the outcome but the process too. Imagine yourself taking the steps required to reach your goal. This mental rehearsal primes your brain for success, making the actual task feel more achievable. In addition, self-care practices are essential. Treat your body like the vehicle it is for all your pursuits. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and adequate sleep can drastically improve your mood and energy levels, thereby enhancing your motivation. Another effective technique is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes 2 minutes or less to complete, do it immediately. This helps to overcome procrastination and creates a sense of accomplishment that can fuel further productivity. Cultivate a growth mindset as well. Understand that challenges are opportunities for learning and growth, not setbacks. This perspective can keep you motivated even when you face obstacles. Finally, celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Rewarding yourself for your achievements reinforces positive behavior and gives you an incentive to keep pushing forward. This can be as simple as taking a break, enjoying your favorite treat, or spending time on a hobby. Remember, boosting motivation is not a one-time task, but a continuous process. And with these tips and techniques, you are well equipped to keep your motivation levels high.